Do I shut it down and walk away? Or do I keep building the brand, taking on all the risk and responsibilities by myself? Honestly, it was terrifying. So this is supposed to be a bit of a reflection, sharing the highs and lows of what it's really like running a film studio over the past 3 years. We took the keys, and it was only a year and a half into launching the studio that my business partner decided to exit. That left me with a pretty big decision to make. Do I shut it down and walk away? Or do I keep building the brand, taking on all the risk and responsibilities by myself? And honestly, it was terrifying. As a quick bit of context, Base Studios is a part of Dead Pixel Films. It's a studio space we've had for 3 years, whereas Dead Pixel, the production company, is almost 9 years old. We use it for our own productions, also hire it out to other agencies. We hand them the keys and they just make themselves at home. Okay, going back to the beginning of the journey, I remember when we first started talking about getting a studio, we'd had a few good years as a business post-COVID, and we were spending serious money hiring locations for YouTube ads and TV commercials. Eventually we thought, why don't we just build our own and use the facility as a bit of a USP to stand out in a relatively crowded market? So we set out to build something different, a studio space specializing in food and lifestyle content, with the freedom to drill into the walls or just repaint it as and when we pleased. For the first year, we were just called Dead Pixel Studios. Couldn't think of anything better, basically. We decided to then build out a separate brand and brainstormed loads of different options for names. A couple of favourites were the Cookhouse, which I think is quite cool, but we didn't want people booking a table here. And we also had the Doghouse, because Freddie, my dog, comes to work here every day. But eventually we settled on the name Base Studios. It's a term used in film production all the time, and basically means home or HQ for the time of the project. Often these are just car parks for big Netflix dramas and things, but in this case it would be this studio. We started to attract bigger and more well-known customers. We've had BBC Food here, Uni, Silent Night, Slim Chickens, Goodyear, Visit Manchester, Von House, Horlicks, and loads more. We even had H, the rapper, cooking up a Christmas dinner on the set behind me. When we first moved in, it was a brand new, empty shell of a warehouse. The landlord was used to questions like, so how many pallets can I store here? Not, can we fit extraction so we can cook up a curry? He was like, sorry, so what's the business? You make food videos and the BBC are going to come here to Stockport? And we said, yes, they are. And they did, for 9 months in fact, and we made over 80 recipe videos for them. But the idea of what the studio would look like and how we would use it has evolved over time.
Over here is going to be an infinity curve.
Well, that didn't happen. Having customised kitchen sets as an offer meant we now needed storage, and lots of it. And the amount of stuff we've acquired running a studio is crazy. From like tools to props, client products, cans of paint, extra furniture, you name it. It's all got to live somewhere. So instead of a white cove, we built storage. And to be fair, if anyone needs a white cove, we just refer to a friend, because there's loads of great studios in Manchester. But it's not all been plain sailing. There's a famous saying, build it and they will come, which I think is just total. It's more like, build it, work your ass off, market it to anyone who will listen, and eventually they will come. So I guess patience is key here. And I think that advice applies to any modern business, really, not just a film studio. Anyway, I'm really, really glad I decided to continue on with the studio after navigating the exit. It strengthened our offering as a production company, allowing to create better content for our customers. And honestly, having a studio is awesome. Obviously, absolutely terrifying, because if it went wrong, now it was all on me. However, I'm not alone. I've got an unreal, amazing team around me that muck in, riding the highs and the lows, helping make the whole experience much less scary. It's been an amazing 3 years. We're constantly investing in the studio, having recently added a new overhead lighting rig, all to make the lives of whoever is using the space easier so they can focus on being creative, delivering slick looking video and photos. So that's Base Studios. Who knows where we'll be in another 3 years.
Peace.